Every entrepreneur's journey is different, each with its own challenges, lessons, and unique outcomes. Looking back on one's career and reflecting on those things is something that many successful entrepreneurs and leaders benefit from for many reasons. Whether it's reminding themselves of how far they've come, recalling insights and wisdom to pass down to mentees or students, or simply recalibrating the direction they're taking in life, business leaders in every industry regularly find great value in considering the past and how it affects the present and the future. For Brian Troiano, looking back is an opportunity to see where he could have done better and to pass that understanding on to other ambitious business leaders and rising professionals. The Tampa, Florida-based entrepreneur, business leader, and mentor has built his career around the pillars of leadership, innovation, and the power of modern digital marketing. As the CEO of digital marketing agency RVV Corp, Troiano spends his days instilling confidence in clients and employees alike, building them up and helping them reach their full potential. However, like any entrepreneur with decades of experience under his belt, Brian Troiano's career has had its share of speed bumps and recalibrations. As a mentor, coach, and leader dedicated to helping others achieve their goals, build confidence, and reach their full potential, it's important for him to look back and reminisce on his own experiences and choices. For Troiano, it all starts from one realization, one choice: take the leap. If I could go back and give my younger self one unconventional piece of advice, it would be this: don't chase stability, chase growth, he says. Because the reality is, every breakthrough in my life, from building and selling companies, to coaching championship baseball teams, to leading RVV Corp today, came from moments when I stepped out of comfort and into courage. So the advice is simple: bet on yourself sooner, trust God fully, and be willing to look crazy to the world while you're building a life that aligns with your calling. Brian Troiano's career didn't start with dynamic digital marketing. It started with a business and marketing degree from the University of South Florida and a handful of successful business ventures, including Troiano Property Solutions and Troiano International. By all appearances, he built a stable life, a successful family, a happy marriage, steady income, respectability, but Troiano was restless and unsatisfied. His real journey had yet to begin, because despite all of his professional labors to date, he still hadn't built a career in alignment with who he really was. On confessing these feelings to his wife one morning, finally vocalizing his belief that he was made for something different, and hearing her trust in response, he came to a decision. It was time to take the leap. That conversation gave me the courage to do what I'd been too afraid to do: sell my first company and step into the unknown. It didn't just change my career, it changed my life, Brian Troiano explains. And looking back, I realized the real risk wasn't leaving stability. The real risk would have been staying comfortable and never discovering what was possible. He sold his companies and embraced a new and uncertain future. It was a decision that led to the development of RVV Corp, his passion and success in coaching youth sports, specifically baseball, and the privilege of mentoring others on their own journeys. The ability to set aside the comfortable and safe path to hunt down a career in alignment with his interests, passions, and core beliefs has defined Brian Troiano's professional life ever since, and it's something he still benefits from today. When I was younger, the world taught me that success meant good grades, a safe job, and climbing the corporate ladder, he says. But real life taught me that the ladder often leans against the wrong wall. The unconventional truth I've learned is that the biggest risk you can take is playing it safe. More than his daily work as a CEO and entrepreneur, Brian Troiano is defined by, and passionate about, his dedication to helping other people grow, develop, and succeed. RVV Corp as a business is built on this dedication, as the digital marketing company leverages resources, marketing strategies, and mentorship to help aspiring entrepreneurs turn their business ideas into financial realities. That focus extends outside of the workplace and manifests in Troiano's greatest passion: coaching youth baseball. On the surface, it's about teaching kids how to hit, pitch, and field, but in reality, it's about building character, confidence, and teamwork, says Troiano. Coaching has been one of my greatest teachers, and the lessons translate directly into my business life. This passion wasn't planned. It started as an excuse to spend time with his son and his team. But it rapidly evolved from the simple act of showing up into a defining chapter of his life, one that informed both his personal life and his business leadership career. He wasn't just building companies, he was building kids' confidence, character, and courage. From encouraging one talented, but self-doubting athlete to have faith in his own skill, and then celebrating the boys' line drive and resulting transformative confidence, to rallying his son's discouraged Keystone All-Star team in the dugout with simple words of belief, Troiano learned lessons and discovered things that he carries from the dugout to the desk. When you believe in people so strongly that they begin to believe in themselves, transformation happens, Troiano says. Whether it's a client, an employee, or an entrepreneur I'm mentoring, I've learned that the greatest strategy in the world can't succeed without encouragement and trust. Just like in baseball, business is a team sport. You win by creating an environment where people feel valued, challenged, and inspired to give their best. Seeing how effective leadership and shared belief could so radically affect the confidence of his players was a paradigm shift for Troiano, and one that he's since embraced and applied at RVV Corp. Leadership wasn't just about being able to take the leap of faith himself, but to create an environment where others felt strong enough to do the same. When one of his players' parents came back and told him that their son's line drive led to confidence that changed his entire view of himself for the better, Troiano knew he'd found his purpose. I realized the lessons I was teaching on the field, discipline, teamwork, resilience, belief, were the same ones God had been teaching me in business and life all along. Coaching didn't pull me away from my career, it sharpened me as a leader and completely redefined how I approach my company, my clients, and my mission.